That happened like, I believe that happened like twice. Like once there, and then like one time like in Vegas, it was like me, Marcus, and Chris.
It's niggas that's trying to expose who they are and thinking I'm cool with that.
You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt.
So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age.
So the feds have allegedly uncovered incriminating footage tying other major figures to the scandal, Chris Stokes being one of them. This is a major development in the Diddy scandal, and Chris is absolutely sweating about it.
On World Star, I make it real organic, but I do like a little video where I'm playing the song or whatever, and I clear that shit up for everybody or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I can either do it that way. I make.
I don't even want you to play the song. Like, I just want you to be like, because I'm on a whole nother page, and like, you know, I got endorsers and shit. I'm getting a lot of paper now.
When news of the footage broke, sources claimed that Stokes went into hiding, avoiding public scrutiny and questions from law enforcement. His attempts to stay under the radar only fueled speculation about his guilt. Adding to the intrigue, rumors have surfaced that Diddy might be willing to sacrifice Stokes by leaking information about his involvement in these parties in an effort to deflect from his mounting legal troubles. As Diddy's own reputation crumbles, he may be throwing other high-profile names under the bus to take the heat off himself. According to a former mob enforcer, we will have a sign if Diddy does that.
If he does get bail,
listen. Yeah.
If he does get bail, that means he's helping them. That's it. That's the only way you get bail in the feds, usually. That's it.
Super interesting.
That's how it
Gene Barello, I could.
The situation becomes even murkier when looking at Stokes' history with former B2K member Raz B. Back in 2007, Raz B accused Stokes of sexually abusing him and his brother, Ricardo, when they were under his management.
I laid there on the floor. Chris was on the bed. Marcus was right there next to me. Once he tried to penetrate me, and then I told him I was bleeding. I said, it hurts. Wow, what the fuck? It hurt, dude. It hurt. It hurt me. I'm a kid. So he was like telling me that it's okay. I was like, okay, it's okay. You put a dick in my booty hole, bro. And we might be. With Chris laying on the bed, watching with the big ass polo, teddy bear, and the big ass pillows on the bed. Fucking me. And watching. That shit not cool, bro.
Are you talking about the same room with the burgundy stuff in there?
What?
Was at the time when you was in the room, was the couch like red burgundy, like the burgundy couch? Was it burgundy? No, it was blue.
It was his bedroom.
Chris's room.
I was laying outside the bedroom. I was in Chris's bedroom. He had big ass polo pillows, and he had a polo teddy
Chris
bear
got the couch
with a polo shirt on the teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was laying out.
Are you talking about did Chris had? Are you talking about that wooden bed Chris had, that real high wooden bed?
Yeah.
Raz claimed that Stokes used his position of power to manipulate and exploit young boys in the industry. He even implicated Marcus Houston, suggesting that Houston had learned this abusive behavior from Stokes.
Walked through that first time that Marcus ever put his dick in my booty was in that room too.
So Marcus, you too?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
That happened like, I believe that happened like twice. Like once there, and then like one time like in Vegas, it was like me, Marcus, and Chris. And like that shit.
When I told Taz about the shit, she didn't believe me. And I told her, I said he has a black mole on his left nut.
You talking about Chris's dick?
What?
You talking about Marcus or Chris's dick?
I'm talking about Marcus's dick.
Yeah.
There's a black mole on his nut.
Yeah, he's not circumcised, and he's not circumcised either. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's not.
And he asked me to suck his dick. I told him no. I don't want to do that shit. But he wanted me to. Why Chris laid there and watched?
Man, I'm sorry.
Then Chris me and Marcus being in the showers. He arranged everything. It was so crazy, bro.
Yeah, Chris did the same shit. See, Chris would try to work through the kids and work through Marcus because he already got Marcus at a young age, and he would work through Marcus to see if. Shit is sick. Man, you sick. You know what? This is the type of stuff that makes me upset.
What's going on?
That's nasty.
I didn't know what was going on. Them motherfuckers was in there fucking or something, but they was in the bathroom. I remember on the tour bus. Oh my God, the far back, you know, in the back of the tour bus is the main room.
Meanwhile, Stokes has continued to deny everything, going as far as to shift the blame onto others, including his own brother, Ricardo Thornton. The web of accusations grew more tangled when video footage surfaced of Ray J allegedly calling Raz B and passing on messages from Jay-Z and Diddy, urging Raz to retract his statements about Stokes. The phone call showed Raz visibly shaken, aware of how serious the situation had become. According to Ray J, both Jay-Z and Diddy were pressuring Raz to clear Stokes' name.
My statement saying Ray is my nigga, he did some shit where they was in a business venture with Chris Stokes then, because Chris Stokes then was some suckers and they tried to steal Ray money, and he did some diss songs about some niggas.
So look, send me that. Ray J, do me an exact favor. Text that shit to my phone.
Come on, my nigga, I'm not no motherfucking publicist. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, listen, nigga. Young Buck, text that shit to me, nigga. Text it to me.
Niggas is over here getting lowly, Brad.
What I'm doing?
Y'all niggas crazy. Yo, you know what? Where y'all niggas at right now? I'm about to come fuck with y'all. Where y'all niggas at? I'm coming to fuck with y'all niggas. Where y'all at? I got you. Where you at, Ray? I'm coming to fuck with you right now.
And recording real quick. Then give me the number to call at the hotline.
Shut up, nigga. I got it. I'll text it. I'll put in my words. I got it. I got you. I love you.
No, Raz, I love you, nigga. I need you to do this for me.
Done.
And maybe in a crazy place in his life, and I got his back, and my prayers go out to him. I said a lot of reckless things about Chris Stokes, which I'm totally in a whole new page now, and I would never do that now. But I said some shit about them stealing my money or whatever, and I guess Raz B was inspired by that. But I got love and respect for everybody.
Got you. So what yo, Buck.
Sylvia Rome and Steve Rifkin giving me millions, my nigga. On top of VH1 giving me millions.
Yo, Ray, got you.
I got niggas in my corner upset with me.
So, hey, I'll send.
I got the head, and then on top of all that, I got the head of VH1, and I got the head of a couple other niggas that's on some kind of fruity shit, calling me, trying to get my number, taking me out on dates, my nigga. I don't need that either. Oh shit.
No, I feel you. Yeah, no, I know. I already know. Yep.
You know, I heard.
Wait, but where y'all at? But where y'all at?
My nigga, it's niggas that's trying to expose who they are and thinking I'm cool with that.
In the end, Raz B issued a retraction, praising Stokes and claiming that his previous accusations had been made in a moment of unresolved emotional pain. This sudden retraction raised eyebrows, with many fans and observers suspecting that Raz B had been coerced into changing his story. What made the situation even more unsettling was the connection between Stokes, Diddy, and R. Kelly, all of whom worked together on B2K's hit song Bump, Bump, Bump.
So let me get this straight. The song was written and produced by R. Kelly. The rap feature is Diddy. And B2K's manager was Chris Stokes. Talk about a triple whammy.
As these stories unfold, Diddy's empire is facing collapse. Major brands have distanced themselves, with Revolt TV and Macy's cutting ties, and lawsuits against him continue to pile up. Meanwhile, Stokes faces increasing scrutiny over his alleged misconduct, with the public demanding accountability for the victims who have come forward. In the end, both Stokes and Diddy appear to be in a high-stakes game of survival, willing to throw each other under the bus to avoid facing the full consequences of their actions. While they may be able to delay the fallout, it seems inevitable that the truth will eventually catch up with them. I mean, Usher's entanglement with Diddy is no coincidence, especially considering Usher lived with Diddy as a young teen, the same age Justin was when he connected with the mogul. The story goes back to when Scooter Braun discovered Bieber and introduced him to Usher, who took the 13-year-old under his wing. But if you dig deeper, the story takes a sinister turn. Usher himself was just 13 when he was sent to live with Diddy by music mogul L.A. Reid. And that's where the trouble allegedly began.
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans. Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
what
like a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Claims suggest that Diddy's influence over Usher during this time was far from innocent, painting Diddy as a predator with a preference for young, impressionable boys. Fast forward, and Usher has remained cagey about his time living with Diddy, only offering vague hints about the things he saw and experienced. And let's not forget the viral moment when Diddy himself let slip that he and Usher used to share a bed.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the f*** did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen.
Seriously? It's enough to make you pause and reconsider everything. While Usher keeps mum on the details, what's clear is that something deeply troubling happened during that time. Something Usher would never want his own kids exposed to. Meanwhile, Diddy's reputation has taken hit after hit. Allegations of misconduct have been swirling for years, but the floodgates truly opened when Cassie, his former partner, filed a lawsuit exposing years of alleged abuse. Since then, more accusers have come forward, and even the feds are getting involved, making it seem unlikely that Diddy will walk away unscathed. As if that wasn't enough, other celebs have hinted at Diddy's shady behavior, with 50 Cent even recounting how Diddy once offered to take him shopping, an offer 50 found suspicious enough to shut down immediately.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner thieves. in theaters January
Oh,
19th.
that's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out. No, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
And all of this suggests that Usher's alleged involvement with Diddy during his formative years had far-reaching consequences, not only for Usher himself, but potentially for other young stars like Justin Bieber. There's also rumors that Usher might have contracted an STD from one of Diddy's supposed freak-offs during that time.
But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp. Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy camp?
Remember? He was on one of the talk shows. The white guy with the curly hair. What's his name? The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy camp? And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy camp. But yet and still you praise him.
Damn, man, and you said that, I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Kim's book apparently details Diddy's relationships with men, including footage of those encounters, and names of men he slept with, and even mentions a disease he allegedly passed on to Usher. This is something that Gene Deal reported a while back.
If you don't mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive, what happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. You know, I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not gonna speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that, and they may be doing something, they may speak on it themselves. But I heard it from some music executives.
What did you hear?
Bro, you know how people be talking and we was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when somebody say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas, man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. And that's just, that's something that you heard. You don't know if it's true, you just heard it. So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that. Man, that shit is crazy. And like I just said, that's just something that I heard. It's something that I didn't know. It's something that I ain't see. A lot of people want to, because Gene Deal has spoken on certain things that I've heard, I have spoken on it. But then they were just trying to say, I know. No, I'm not scared to say what I heard. And if there's any truth to it, then it's truth to it. Let them find it. Things that I've saw or things that I've witnessed and been a part of, I've said it. I'm not afraid to say what I saw or what I didn't see. A lot of people want to make up shit. I don't make up things. When I say Puff go in the room with two girls, you understand, and another guy and a rapper, and then all of a sudden they cousin try to go in the room, I throw them up against the piano, they run out the room with grabbing towels and they naked. They still had two girls in the room.
Now, according to Kim, Usher isn't the only one allegedly victimized in this way. Diddy reportedly had similar issues with young boys. You might not know this, but back in 2013, the FBI apparently had suspicions about Diddy's involvement with underage boys. During a debriefing with federal investigators, James Rosemond, a former music manager turned cocaine kingpin, was questioned about the sexual preferences of entertainers, including whether Diddy was involved in intimate relationships with underage boys.
You made a comment, right, saying that you knew someone that went through Jimmy Hinchman proffer agreement for a drug case. And the proffer agreement revealed that Jimmy Hinchman, he could have walked away if he would have given up Diddy. What you mean by that?
Well, what happened is that they had 9 different sessions with Jimmy Hinchman regarding his proffer agreement. So that means the feds went in there 9 different times to talk to him. And in those sessions, they asked him, what do you know about Sean Puffy Combs or Sean Diddy Combs? I don't think it was Puffy at that time. It wasn't Diddy at the time. But what do you know about Sean John Puffy Combs having sex with underage boys? And you got to realize, and people never think about this, that Jimmy and his brother, I think they had the same charges. But his brother walked away from that, and Jimmy gets life without the possibility of parole, I think. Which is crazy. For any drug charge. Nobody should spend their life in jail for drug charges. And just drug charges. But I think they try to tie him to some murders or something like that. I don't know that to be for sure. But he shouldn't spend his life in jail for no drug charges. Not at all. So, but they was gonna let him walk. If he'd have probably had to for that proffer agreement, they probably would have let him walk. If he had any information regarding Puff having sex with underage boys. That the feds asked him in 2011. In 2011, brother. So what did the feds know? Because the feds not coming there unless somebody made a report or somebody made some allegations against Puff in 2011 to ask a friend of his, Jimmy Hinchman, what do you know about that? But for them to ask him about that, it had to be more than a rumor. Somebody made a complaint somewhere. And the feds got hold to that complaint. Now they're going to investigate that complaint when they get people under the barrel.
A U.S. District Court filing even allegedly brought up Justin Bieber as one of the young boys caught up in this situation. Kim claims Usher was allegedly aware of it all. Recently, Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal, made some bold statements in an interview, putting Usher on blast and suggesting that Usher knew a lot more than he let on about Diddy's alleged activities. According to Gene, there's a lot that Mace and Usher know about Diddy, but they're not saying anything.
Especially if he getting butt plugs in different flavors.
But speaking of butt plugs, right? I remember some years ago, Cameron, he did an interview and he told a story about how he went to Diddy house with Mace.
Yeah.
And he the dildo in the sink.
I think that was crazy. I think that was out of, and then Mace said that was Puffs. I think he said Mace said that was Puffs, but Mace was in the bathroom with it. I don't know what that was all about, man, but that was real weird to me. That was crazy.
Crazy, man. But before we get off of that, right, I remember you told me a while ago that, you know, Mace, he used to live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.
And let's not forget about Justin Bieber's connection with Diddy. People are now speculating about how Diddy might have allegedly influenced Bieber when he was a child star. Justin was a young sensation, especially vulnerable to the manipulation of older industry figures who were supposed to protect him. One incident that raised eyebrows was 14 years ago during an event they called 48 Days with Diddy. Just the idea of a 15-year-old Bieber spending that much time alone with Diddy, given his past with young men, set off alarm bells. But it didn't stop there. In a video from that time, Diddy made some comments that seemed off, like how he promised to gift Justin a Ferrari for his 16th birthday, saying, "As soon as you turn 16, I'm going to let you rock this. It's yours." And just when you thought that was weird enough, Diddy also promised Justin a mansion for his 18th birthday. Now, this is all a little strange, considering Diddy's long history of being accused by his artists of not paying them their royalties, yet here he is promising Justin a car and a mansion. The math just wasn't adding up.
So these videos of Diddy with Justin Bieber when he was only 15 years old are resurfacing, and the one thing that I want to ask is, why was a 40-year-old hanging around with a 15-year-old? Why did no one think that was an issue or a red flag? And also, listen to what he says in this clip.
They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
He signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go buck full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
This is literally the definition of grooming, and Justin, who was only 15 here, he was new to the industry and definitely very impressionable. Now that all these new allegations of Diddy have been exposed, it makes watching this video so much more disturbing. Now, this next video of Justin Bieber with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham years ago at one of Diddy's parties is questionable. I'm not going to say anything, but you let me know what you think you saw down here.
Another resurfaced video clip of Diddy and Bieber has sparked debate among fans, with some questioning whether Diddy was checking to see if Bieber was wearing a wire during their conversation. Another video shows Diddy asking Bieber why they no longer hang out.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 55.
While a third captures Diddy, jokingly, warning Bieber not to reveal what happened during their time together.
We've become friends in a strange way, you know?
Like Robin Big.
Yeah, it's like... Exactly.
I'm big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Justin, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, he could buy you one also while you're out.
He got me a Lamborghini.
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Apparently not.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Stay in the loop
In fact,
with the
many have
ongoing
claimed
saga.
that Diddy
The
probably
lawsuit
didn't
brought
stop
so
at just
much
having
to-
Justin to himself. He could have pimped him out to Hollywood, too. And when you consider how Hollywood used to sexually assault him as a child, the theory is not that far-fetched.
Wow. I feel violated right now. Wow.
Just lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. What music are you listening?
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer Justin Bieber.
I have little girl fans. I can't go.
You guys never gave me the sex talk. Okay. So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird. Let's talk about the album.
And Justin Bieber and Usher are not the only two to have been groomed by Diddy growing up. Freddie P claims Diddy did it to his own child.
It's more deeper questions that I be wanting to know, like, why were you so infatuated with a child that wasn't yours? Were you grooming that little boy? I don't even want to start those conversations, because that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? And for you to keep him that close, it's like you kept him that close because he might got your secrets, because he's not your child. So if he's not your child and you that type of person with that type of character, you don't mind actually doing it to him when he finally reaches a certain age. Because he's not yours. And you know in your mind he's not yours. And now you keep him real close to you. You make sure he don't go to his daddy. Why? You make sure he's separated with him and you provide him with everything he wants. Why? You got one of them little Michael Jackson secrets. He got one of them secrets that he can't tell nobody because his legacy, his manhood gonna be, and not only that, his brother no gonna look at him crazy. Only Puffy know, only God and Puffy.
You're talking about Quincy, right?
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, I don't know.
I'll be sure, son.
All I'm gonna say is, who's infatuated with another man's son like that? Like that seemed like grooming to me. That's his daughter's brothers. Get the fuck out of here.
So not even family is sacred for Diddy. And I don't say that just because he groomed his own child, it seems that Diddy also sees his own mom in a sexual light. A video of Diddy kissing his mother on the lips has recently resurfaced following his federal arrest on sex trafficking charges. In the clip, which dates back to 2022, Diddy is seen smoking what appears to be marijuana before introducing his mother, Janice, as Mom Dukes. He goes on to describe her as single, and ready to mingle. After the kiss, Diddy boasts about taking his 83-year-old mother to strip clubs and even jokes about how a dating show centered around her might play out.
Yeah, my mom's gorgeous. Hold on, let me introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
My baby.
Mom, freshly dipped though. I was just trying to show you a shoe. Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's is single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. And she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be, especially with me.
I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that. Cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. They outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to the strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. We out here moving and grooving. So my mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her.
The video was recorded a little over a year before allegations of sexual abuse and other misconduct against Diddy first emerged. And I'll have you know that this isn't just some random theory without merit. Even Gene Deal claims Diddy treats his mom like his girl.
Fall far from the tree, man. You gotta realize that. You know, he didn't get all this from his daddy, because he didn't know his daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big time drug dealer in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy. You gotta realize, man, you know, his mother had a modeling agency, and it was alleged that it was also ladies of the night, a prostitution ring too. Or these ladies was doing things other than modeling. So the apple don't fall far from the tree. Yeah, so now you gotta understand this, and looking at her and some of the stuff that he was saying, and their relationship has changed since I knew them, since I was around them. You understand? This man was talking about that his mother could take her palms and bend over and put them down on the floor. Not bend over, but she could stand straight up and put her palms on the floor, bruh. He's saying that about his mother. Who describes any of their mother action like that in a sexual way? And then, you know, I don't know how many dudes do kiss their mother in their mouth when they 50, 60 years old or something like that. That's them, that's their whole thing, man. But that was a little kind of weird for me. And then his mother wore the same white fingernail polish that Cassie described that he liked to see her and other models in when she was describing her lawsuit. And what's crazy to me is that, man, it seemed like him and his mother had this, I don't want to get too deep, man, this Oedipus complex thing. You know what I mean? And a lot of people going to say, yo, Oedipus complex. Well, let me just tell you a brief story so you'll know. Oedipus it may have been Greek mythology, or it was probably Greek mythology or something like that, but it's a story about a young man that was told that he was going to kill his father and marry his mother. So on the way, this young man had grown up, you know, he didn't know that he was an orphan and then was adopted by a family. He thought the family he was with was his mother and father, but it wasn't. So on the way to this town, he gets into an argument with this other man and he kills him. He kills that man. Then he goes into that town. A lady is weeping about her husband, being told that her husband was dead, and he ended up marrying that lady, which was his mother. So Sigmund Freud came up with this thing about this Oedipus complex, about a sexual relationship, whether it's physical or mental, with a mother and a son. So I'm looking at his mother and him on the couch, and both of them are getting IVs after one of the Diddy parties. Allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I wasn't there and I didn't know, but they showed them both getting IVs on the couch. So my whole thing about this thing is that I'm not saying that she was ever at a freak off, she was ever at that type of party, but you can't tell me Miss Janice Combs, who was always at the regular parties, didn't know nothing about the freak off parties. This is the same dude, bruh, that used to disrespect his mother. So I seen the love now that they have for each other only on film and camera. You know, on the YouTube or Instagram or wherever they were showing it and stuff like that. But this the same guy that Kirk Burrows once told me he slapped his mother. And I told everybody, had I known he slapped his mother after I told Kirk Burrows, Kirk told me after I had straightened his ass out for cussing his mama out. His mother came in the limousine and he was on the phone and she said, yo, why don't you tell these people like that? And he just cussed her clean out like on some, didn't I tell you to stay out my motherfucking business? And I was like, yo, I was shocked. She didn't say nothing. I said to him, I said, yo, boy, let me tell you something. If you ever cuss your mama again, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. You ain't gonna bring nothing but bad luck to us treating your mama like that. So I guess he ain't treating his mama like that no more. But I don't have no qualms in her defending her son.
So yeah, the whole family is kinda messed up. And that's without even talking about the lawsuits his sons have been hit by. So how do you think things will turn out for Diddy? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.